The hard truth is when you take your thumb off of the pulse of the business will give you a spank.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to this very special episode of the Business Builders Intensive. In this episode, we are taking you into our inner circle, our group call of our mastermind, so you can hear the conversations that we have. At the end, please reach out to us with any questions, bbmmusa.com, and we'd love to hear from you and we'd love to help you.
These are real men with real problems, and we're giving real solutions. I hope you enjoy it.
Cool. Looks like we almost have the full gang. Alex is not here.
Okay.
That I can tell. Anything else, Gary, before we jump over to Bradford? I'm gonna.
Business is going good at the moment. We're having a good month. We're busy. We're selling work. Our conversion rate is good. Our profit margin started out a little bit low, but it seems like it's bouncing back to where we'd like it to be. So that's all pretty cool. That's encouraging. Parking lot's plumb full of cars and we're working through them. It's nice because last month was pretty not awesome. So
Oh, well, hopefully
Good.
you'll catch up this month.
yeah, we're working on it.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay. Thank you.
We are here. We are here when you need us.
Yep.
Bradford, what's going on for you?
Well, so we got a snowstorm like half the country, I guess. So we're dealing with that. So this is our first day to work this week, first day open.
Us too.
Everybody's here almost, but nothing to do except for the stuff that we had hanging over. So a couple things going on. Had a couple vehicles show up today. I'm still out trying to get the 3 inches of ice off our parking lot. So fun times. We had a killer week last week.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Only to have a snowstorm to deal with. So, business this week is going to definitely not be good. So we'll see how next week looks.
Are your parts vendors open?
They are. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. They're delivering.
Good.
The roads are good around us. It's just all the parking lots. Same thing with mine. My plow guy, called me and he's like, "Hey, we got over there once. By the time we got back over there, it was a sheet of ice." So they've been salting every night. And last night I was up here breaking it up and clearing it out and trying to make sure to be open for today, even though I knew it was going to be a little slow. But we're here. We're taking in what we can, and we're here to answer phones. So
Yeah, you do what you can.
yep.
Jerry and I were reminiscing of how even when there was snow, before we could forward our phones, we would be at the shop because we were so desperate for the phone to ring, for somebody to come in, for somebody to bring their car, that we had to be there. We didn't stay home. Even though the roads were closed, we were like, okay, let's go. Somebody
Yep.
might show up. Let's get that business because everybody else is at home.
Yeah. It's normally only the crazies, but
Well, yeah.
Jeep drivers.
Yep.
Is he allowed?
We
lot of
have
Jeep-
those days.
Lots of Jeeps on the road. I got me a 4-wheel drive.
Crash.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've been closed since Friday afternoon at 3:30.
Yep.
We just opened today.
And some people actually came in, which is great.
Yep.
It is good. And thank God.
Bradford, are your schools open again too, or are they still closed?
Oh no, they're closed. They're doing it day by day, but they'll probably be closed for the rest of the week. I mean, three of my employees' neighborhoods haven't been touched. I mean,
wow.
when the ice came in, it just kind of shut everything down.
Yeah.
If it wasn't being maintained and kept up with, it's still now 3-4 inches of snow and ice. So they'll probably be closed the rest of the week.
Yeah. Well, all of your kids are homeschooled though, right?
Correct. Yes.
And how are you mentally, emotionally?
Falling apart.
Yeah. Say more about that.
We had a really good week last week, so it was great to be able to put some money in the bank and pay the bills. But then it's short-lived because I have a week like this, and I'll have to dive into the savings account next week to pay bills. So I don't know. Can't just plug it in, right, and have it expect to go. And I'm learning a lot of valuable lessons. I will say that. And this is just another one because weather happens, and I shouldn't be pissed about it. I normally never am. It's just I'm at a point where I don't want to afford more, snowstorms or anything that shut me down. But again, it's just teaching me another lesson that I always have to be prepared. These are things I can't control. The things I could control, I should have been paying attention to and doing, so this wouldn't have happened. It's just this is the hardest spot I've been in 13 years,
Mhm.
so it's really rough. And my wife is doing everything she possibly can to be there, to help me in any way, shape, or form. Unfortunately, I just feel like there's not much she can do, but everything she's doing is phenomenal. I'm just, I don't know, doing the things I can and knowing that I will come out of this. It's just wondering how low I'm going to have to go before I start going in the other direction.
You are now putting your attention back into the business. I'm going to go on a limb and say you probably took your eye off the ball back in September when you started working on the airplane program. This is, hey, I want to be really clear with you guys right here on something, right? The idea of starting a second business or a tertiary business or whatever, the idea of having more than one business, more than one company, more than one set of income. Your main business must be able to operate without you before you can successfully take on or create a secondary business. But the point is your business must be able to operate fully without you before you can successfully take on a secondary business. Because what happens is your focus can only be at one thing at a time. Bradford, I'm sorry you're going through this.
What he's saying is so very true because we have a certain amount of energy. We only have a certain amount of bandwidth to that takes our attention. And when there's more than one thing, and especially if we don't have really good ways to inspect what we expect and systems, like having a trampoline, a system to help us to if things start falling, that it catches us.
Yep. Yeah. You're doing good, kiddo. So because Bradford, because you have your systems back in place, your focus is back. I'm just gonna honestly tell you, just hold tight. Don't freak out. You've been through some bad shit in your life already. This is just another gun. This is gonna be another oh shit week. And then because your focus is back on the business, you won't experience that again. Let the airplane do its own thing.
Yeah.
And you focus on, yeah, you how many times have you heard us say, keep the main thing, right?
Yep.
Take care of the one that puts food on your table. Take care of the one that pays all your bills, right?
And I don't know if this helps or not, but this is what I did in situations like this, especially when my emotions got a hold of me. And this is for everyone, because there are times when things suck and it looks like it's going to be like that for a long time. And what I always said to myself was, and Jerry has his own version of this too shall pass. This too shall pass. And I'd say that and until I just became emotionally neutral. It's like, you know what? Emotions are just not going to affect me. I'm going to just keep plowing forward. This too shall pass. I will get through this.
God did not bring you this far to watch you fail now. God did not allow you to create this empire that you have to watch you fail. That's just not how the big guy works. The stress that you're going through will pass. I promise. As long as you continue. Now you can't sit home and fucking twiddle a Rubik's cube and think it's going to be okay, right? I
Right.
mean, you have to actually apply serious action to make the corrections. Beautiful. We can
Yep.
do that.
Yep.
You've put the pieces in place. That's why you had a great week last week. You know, we say here, do this, and you had your employees doing all the things we suggested that you do. You had a very good week.
Yep.
Great. Have them do that again this week and
Yeah.
next week and the week
Yep.
after. And you will continue to have good weeks. Yeah, you're going to have a skinny week this week because of the damn weather. All of us are.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's holy shit. And then listening to Gary talk about Steve's shop up there, they took everybody off a flat rate, put them on hourly, and production fell through the floor. Make sure everybody is on a pay for production program.
What else, Bradford? What else is there? Because I feel like there's something else for you to say.
No, I mean, the only thing I've been thinking about is I've been really, again, I guess it was really the weekend that got to me. Like, again, we had a great week. So I was, in a great mood, coming home Friday and into Saturday. And then obviously the weather started. So, prepping for that. And then it just turned to a shit show. And then I was pissed off at my plow guy, for not getting to it. And it's a disaster everywhere. Not his fault. It's just the way it landed. But I've been, the past couple of days, I've really been trying to catch myself because words mean something, right? I understand that now. And I'm just constantly catching myself saying the wrong shit in my head, right? I mean, and not out loud, but about, this too will pass is something very simple and easy and very positive. But yeah, I've just been catching myself again. I don't want to say downing myself, but just when's this? I don't know. When's it going to end? Like I said, it was my fault. And then all of a sudden, like the weather, right? And that's always going to be here. So I need to make sure I'm, again, it's lessons learned. I'm not, it's nothing to frustrate myself over. I know I know it's not going to end here, but yeah, I guess, I don't know. For some reason, I think I needed to feel this as much as I've always told myself, like, I don't know. Maybe I did. So I'm trying to take every positive thing that I'm learning from it to heart and to make sure, I'm putting things in place to make sure that doesn't happen again.
And that's why you had to go through this. That's exactly why you had to go through this.
And I'd like to share something about that. And that is that business is business is business is business is business. And there's going to be ups and downs. And there are going to be times when it seems like we are our business and that the emotions of us are the emotions of the business. And that's wrong.
Yep.
That is not true. Your business is the business and you are you.
I'm not quite understanding.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So because the business goes down or the business goes up has no effect on should, if I could ever should, but it has no effect on who I am as a person. Bradford,
Right.
you are a good, solid man. Gary, Aaron, Daniel. If Alex were here, I'd say Alex too. And Jerry, you are a good, solid man. Do we make mistakes? Yes, we do. We are human. But the ups and downs in your business are not like a life sentence of you. They're just an outward reflection of the actions you've been taking. That's it.
It's a momentary snapshot.
The business is an outward reflection of the actions you've been taking. If you have not been marketing, business will be down. If you have not been inspecting what you're expecting, the business is going to be on a roller coaster. If you're focused on other things, whether it's vacation or building another business and it could be, somebody gets sick in the family and your focus is on them. There needs to be a certain amount of time every day, especially the days that your business is open, that you focus on just the business and your actions. And what are you being consistent about in your business? Who you are is a good man. There's going to be ups and downs in your business. It may seem like your business is you. Like when I was a chiropractor and I had my own business and it was me because I was the doer. The only thing I didn't do Well, at least, well, actually, for the first 4 years, I did everything. I answered the phone, I scheduled, I collected the money, I did everything. So the business was me. But the truth of it is, I took that identity on, and it was very difficult to let go of. And I lost who I am. And I will say to you, all of you right now, your business is not you. It's a reflection of the actions you're taking. That's it. Did that make sense?
Yes, it did. And I feel like I was the business, right, in the beginning. And then I think I don't know how to word the second part of this, but like I was privileged, whatever you want to call it, to step away and be able to have my business run by my employees. And then I just I did not take up the role that I think I was supposed to. And I let things kind of just, I don't know, work itself out with a little bit of work here and a little bit of work there. And I disconnected from my business. And with everything that's happened lately, I feel like I have gotten back into, I am the business again. It's me. That's why people came here to begin with. It's me. Like I need to promote myself again
Mm-hmm.
because people bought me. And I got away from that. And now I feel like that's my position again, except for I'm not the one that's supposed to be answering the phones. Like it wasn't in the beginning, but I still was supposed to be that person, just in another way, right? I was supposed to be the voice, not necessarily the doer anymore, and I didn't even do that. I completely stopped and got interested in something else. And that was recently, but I mean, I stopped. I got interested in something else, but even before that, though, I did not feel like I was the business. I somehow I got disconnected, and I lost it. But thank you because it's hard for me to to separate the two. And I think I was able to separate the two for a short period of time, but in doing so, I completely latched onto something else. Like while I was while I was fixing my I don't or working on I don't want to say fixing, but working on my relationship issues and my family stuff. Um, I disconnected myself from my business. So I'm glad to feel the way I feel about it now. In kind of getting back to that how I feel about it. Like it's me. Like this is mine, and I built it to be what it is now, and I need to continue that. I don't know. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's sometimes I appreciated the time that I got to do that with because again, even with the stress that I'm dealing with now, I don't have to go home and be stressed out necessarily. Like even if I am, I do have somebody that is caring and that completely understands. So that part of my life is so much better now. So now I just got to figure out how to do both at the same time.
I'd like you to try something on. Just and this goes for everyone. Just try this on because you all have children. Think of your business as another child. And if you neglect it, it's going to do some wild things. It's going to
Amen.
get into some deep shit. It's going to.
Yeah.
So if you think of your business, because your child is not you, they're a reflection of you, just like your business, but you can't neglect a child. Like you can't neglect an animal. If that animal is in your care, you must care for it. So think of it as a child, and sometimes you have to go in there and set it straight. And you have to say, this is the way this family is going to work around here. And
Yep.
yes, you are the forward facing of marketing. The business owner can never give up the role of marketing. You always have to be on top of that. And that's what prevents roller coasters
Yep.
in finances.
Yep.
Was that helpful to be able to see it that way?
It was
As it,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yep.
It's like it's like a child. It's not you, but it's like one of your children.
Yep.
And it hurts when you sell it. It's like, oh my God, I sold my baby. Oh. But sometimes it's got to move off to college and go be on its own.
Yep.
Cool. And you're only sticking to our agreement of the 5:30,
Yeah.
Kate? Thank
Yep.
you. Thank you for honoring your word. I appreciate your commitment to that.
Absolutely. Life's a
How
little
are
bit
we
more
do-
stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're much more aware, and you need to
Yes,
be right now.
I totally agree. Much more aware. Yep.
All right,
Can I say
Daniel.
something? Could I say something to Bradford?
Yeah.
Bradford, I just want to say, man, I hear you and I feel you. We have made some big mistakes here in this business since we bought this property. And those mistakes, we're still paying for some of them, and some of those mistakes caused us to fall flat on our face, and it was really painful and really difficult. But those mistakes had so much value in what we learned from it that those lessons have expanded our capacity to build this business way beyond it would have been had we not fallen on our face. It has raised our ceiling big time. Like, even though we're in a tight spot right now financially, and we're going to be for a while, I wouldn't trade those mistakes, because the lessons and the habits that we have built because of those mistakes are the reason we're going to go to our goals and beyond. So I'm saying thank you for the pain at this point,
Yeah.
because the value in it is immense. And I think you're in exactly the same spot. This little period you're going through where you kind of fell on your face, you're going to be just fine in the short term, I think. I don't think you're going to be in a big hole, but just the pain of that impact as you fall on your face and having to get yourself back up is 100% going to increase your capacity as well. And it's going to be a gift. It's going to be a gift. And I don't think it's going to take long before it becomes a gift.
And you
Thank
said
you for
one
that.
word in there that was so key, and that's the word habits.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. That was brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Gary.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I also
And
want to, I
I'm
also
always
want,
here if you want to talk, because I understand where you're at.
Thank
I
you.
will also say, when David wanted to be king, he didn't give him a kingdom. He gave him Goliath, right?
Yeah, and I have been looking at things that way too. Like what did I, that's that story and just things in the Bible and what, and I tried to figure out like what did I ask for because this is what I'm getting. So what am I supposed to learn? Yeah, no, that's how I'm looking at everything right now.
And seriously, seriously, I cannot stress this enough. All the shit that I went through, all the hard times, the literally scraping pennies out of parking lots, dude. Just doing whatever I needed to do. People say, "How are you?" I'm not bruised. I'm not bleeding. There's no bombs going off. I got food in my belly. I slept in a warm house in a soft bed. I am doing really good. I'm alive. I'm better than 90% of the rest of the world right now. And I know and I know in my heart, God did not allow me to get this far to watch me fail. That's just not, that's not what I believe. I believe that my success is guaranteed as long as I continue to apply myself and do the work. And that was my mantra every single day.
And
Every day.
there were days when I hope it's okay that I share this, Jerry, but there were
Yeah.
days when Jerry made sure that he locked his weapons in his safe so that he didn't use them on himself.
There is no worse feeling in the world when you think you are up against the wall and no way out. You're in the corner and you have all this financial stress, knowing that you created it. Ah, man, are you kidding? We're in the position we are because of the choices we've made to date. If you want to be in a different position, you must make different choices. And
Keep
that's what purpose, that's why we have these calls. We have these calls to keep you focused, keep your head in the right direction, to keep you working in the things that are going to make the bell ring,
yeah, cash register sing.
right? People
Keep
go, Gary,
breathing.
you're so focused on money. Well, shit, I got to pay my bills. That electricity in this. Have you seen my building? 35,000 square feet. Those lights don't run on Kool-Aid.
Jerry, can I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
How long ago was it that you were 5 million upside down?
2008, 2009.
Well, it was the whole decade.
I was Gary, I was broke for almost 15 years.
See that your story is helpful to me a lot because I think about the fact that it wasn't really that long ago that you were upside down 5 million.
Right.
And you're so far ahead now. Like you're sitting on a pile of cash and you
Yeah.
have this giant piece of property that you love and like you've engineered your life exactly how you want. And like it's
Yes.
not that long a period of time that you went from being totally fucked to
Yes.
being exactly where you want to be.
Yes.
That gives me a lot of comfort when I think about that.
God bless you. Thank you.
And
Dude,
keep in
when the fucking banker calls you into his office and tells you you need to declare,
Yeah.
that was my line in the sand. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not declaring a goddamn thing other than get out of my way, bitch. I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah, it helps me to keep context because when I get frustrated about where we're at and then I look at where what you converted, it's like, oh shit, this is nothing. We're fine.
I mean, I'm thank you.
and
I respect that. I just can say, guys, you're doing what you need to do. Yes, did you take your thumb off the pulse? Absolutely. And so you
Been
get a little
there.
spank for it. Okay, you got a little spank. Don't get your fucking feelings hurt. Let's get back to work. That's what men do. I got a little butt hurt. Banker called me in. He's going to take away all my toys. No, I'm going to fucking figure out how to do it. I can figure out what do I have to do to make sure he never called me again. Fuck him.
Thank you, Gary, for bringing up the timeline on that. I've never even thought about that.
and remember that it was 15 years that
I
we were
suffered.
underwater.
My cross was 15 years.
Yeah.
15 fucking years of my life was, and people go, Daniel came to my house. Jerry, why do you live in a house like this? Are you fucking kidding me? I was lucky I could afford that house for 15 years. And now it's been paid off. It's been paid off for 20 years. Why in the hell would I move? I just wrote a check for my property tax, $3,500. I like my little house in Plano. Paid for. 25,000-gallon pool in the backyard. It's beautiful little house for Laura and I. Can I buy any house I want? Yeah. And then what?
Have bigger
Then I pay,
payments.
then I pay $25,000 a year in property tax. For who? For what ego? I don't need that shit. No, I had the ego beat out of me for 15 years. I had my reckoning with money for 15 years. Apparently God thinks I'm a little slow, I'm remedial. It took a 15-year lesson to get my attention. Right? Okay. Whatever it takes. I got the lesson though, didn't I? Bradford, hopefully yours is only going to be another month, not 15 fucking years. Now imagine
Yeah,
if you had purchased that other business and you were tied to the SBA loan for 25 years. Imagine how stressful you'd be right now,
I don't even want to think about it.
right? I mean, Jesus, thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. You listened and you kept your ego offline. I mean, it's really what it was.
And part of what Jerry did whenever he got in his emotions down in the dumps is he'd look far in the future and he'd look far in the future. One of these days, this is going to be paid off. One of these days, all this money is going to come in my pocket. And he just, because there's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster up and day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. After 45 years of owning the auto shop, Jerry's like, yeah, it's a snowstorm. Let's stay home. He's earned the right to be able to do that, even though we went in yesterday. It was kind of fun, slipping and sliding on the roads.
Yeah. And,
But just keep your head in the 30,000-foot view rather than down in the weeds. That's what I'm saying. And then I do want to check in with Daniel and Aaron just quickly. And thank you very much, Gary, for asking that question and for sharing what you shared. And Bradford, thank you for your vulnerability. I appreciate your authenticity.
Absolutely.
yeah, the key is just think that all those payments that you're making right now at some point are going in your pocket soon.
Yeah.
You get all that debt paid off and you start putting that money. Once you get freedom, this is how wealth accumulation gets so fucking rapid, right? I mean, from 2008, 2009, for all those long years, I was upside down. I was broke. Today, I'm sitting north of 30 million. It wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago that I was sucking air. I was trying to stay alive to breathe.
Well, and also remember, just to give you guys also some context, is we didn't sell the car wash until 2019. So we still had all of that debt. So it's just been, what's this, 2026 from 2019 that it's like, whoo, yay, let's breathe.
The last 7 years have been just fun because why? Because I'm raking in cash like a beast. I don't have all that debt anymore. I got all that shit cleared out. When you have millions and millions and millions of dollars in debt payments that you're making every month, let me tell you, that will suck the life out of you. That's why I keep telling Daniel, get out of debt. At one point, he had 1.8 million in debt. He sent me his sheet the other day. He's doing really well. He's doing really, really well. I'm proud of him. He's doing the debt reduction thing. Like we think he doesn't listen to us. This fucker's listening.
Daniel is listening, but he only listens selectively.
Yeah.
I wanted to kick his ass last week when I found out that he bought a Polaris, and then he bought a side by side, and then he bought this and that and that and this, and then I was like, I'm gonna kick your ass. Good thing you got short legs so I can reach it. Daniel, where are you?
Done. I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
I
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
hear you,
Barely.
yes.
Unfortunately, we can.
Oh,
I mean, fortunately.
I'm done. I'm not spending more money this year at all.
and you have witnesses. This is the second time we've heard you say this. So you must keep your word. You
I sent a text to you guys yesterday that shows all my payments as far as what I owe right now.
Oh, Jerry
And
got
my
that.
goal
I
is to
didn't
pay
see
that
it.
off this year, at least half of it. I'll get to it. As long as I'm healthy. But we got work coming in.
Anything else? Did you end up
Oh, for me?
buying? Yeah, did you end up buying a vehicle for Karina, or did you figure that out?
That's not on my to-do list right now.
Okay. And that's fine. And how about collecting from people that owe you money?
That's also on my to-do list. God damn it. I had it on my list. It's on my list.
Can you delegate that to an attorney?
I'm going to because it's too much. There's one guy that owes me 27,000, and I feel bad by sending a letter, but he's not picking up. She's not picking up. I don't know what's going on. But he's been my customer for years. But 27 grand is 27 grand right now.
Send a letter.
I can,
Have your assistant send a letter of collection. You have an assistant, have her do it.
I just feel bad doing it. I'm like, God, can you just answer the phone? Let me know what's going on. Like, I feel if I send him a letter, he's gonna get pissed off. So.
Put that in the letter. I have tried to reach you. I have called you and your wife multiple times. At this point, I am concerned about you. And we had an agreement that you would pay this amount, and I haven't seen it yet. So please call me. It can be a simple note like that. Send it.
Probably an email. Would it be better than email?
I would
Same
send
thing.
it
No.
certified. I would send a certified letter. That way you know that they got it.
Unless they don't pick it up.
What's that?
Unless they don't pick up the certified letter. So send it both.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
email and certified letter.
Certified mail and, well, you can do all three. Certified mail, first class, and email.
Yeah, so send two letters. One is certified, one is regular mail. That way you know they got it.
And send an
And-
email. Send an
and
email
do an
first.
email.
Yeah, send
Just
an email
remem-
first.
Just remember that only 13% of emails get opened.
I could probably send an email and copy both of them.
Yep.
I'm just glad to be out of the house. I was going crazy at home. Fuck.
Mhm.
First time on first day of the week. It's job site, so it's good.
Okay, so will you
Thank God.
promise me, Daniel, will you promise me that you will send that email before we
Today.
talk with you? Okay, perfect. And then send us a
Today.
text message letting us know that you sent it.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Yes, ma'am. Aaron, because we only have about 5 minutes left. Aaron, we gave you some growth work to do, and so I want to follow up with you.
It's almost done. I believe I'll be able to get everything paid off in about 10 months.
Good. Good for you.
It's awesome.
At least the
Good.
personal stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Get that personal shit taken care of.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. It's been it's been a tough couple of few months at the firm. We're off over the last 3 months. We're off by about $60,000. So we were also in kind of a similar cash crunch. We're like, and this week did not help. So but we are making sales. We did somebody paid us yesterday, and we got a couple more other things. Had a lot of today's the first day we're back in the office as well. A lot of people were supposed to come in. They're rescheduling. I think we still do have a few meetings. So yeah. So I appreciate everything that was said today. That was a good for me. Also a good call.
Any other things, Aaron or Daniel? Bradford, Gary?
I heard something over the weekend. I think I don't know what it was in or what I read, but says that businesses should have 6 months reserve in the bank, and I think that's where part of my screw up was. At least my bubble was not big enough for sure, and I don't know if that means anything to anybody on where they're sitting and how their business goes. But yeah, I don't know. I guess when business is really doing good, or at least floating along at the same for a good period of time, it does not take many months to have the bottom drop out.
Boy, that's the truth.
Yeah.
But be better prepared next time.
Yeah, well, you also have different systems in place to catch yourself. So I just in the last minute, yesterday, Jerry and I interviewed a guy who helps people with their estates. And I think I don't remember which state he's in.
Indiana.
And he helps people in 31 different states. Gosh, that's a lot. And he said, you have to have guardrails. And what he was talking about was guardrails against us spending our own money later in life due to our own bad judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you an example. My dad spent an enormous amount of money just giving it away to people that none of us even knew. Like, who is that person? Why did you give 4,000 to them? Why'd you give 10,000 to them? Who are these people? How long have you known them? Do you even know them? It was his bad judgment. It's not that he was losing his memory. It had nothing to do with memory. Our capacity for discernment at this age, the age we are, is really good. But as we get older, our capacity for discernment, for judgment, goes way down. And so there need to be guardrails. And it can be simply that, okay, if there's a checking account, a trustee, not a family member, but a trustee of the account needs to also be a signature on the check. If they're going to give a check for 60 grand to the church or to the meditation center or to something, both people have to sign it. And then with credit cards, there's a limit. Like, they cannot spend more than a certain amount on their credit card. And that's it. That's the limit, and it can't go up. And this is a conversation you have with the credit card. It's like, okay, you know what? It doesn't really have to do with age, but it has to do with discernment. It has to do with judgment. And so we need to do that with our business. There has to be guardrails that indicate to us, and it's simply by looking at the numbers. When we look at the numbers, we will be able to see. It's like Jerry always knows payroll is going to be in this range. This range, we have this many employees, payroll is going to be like this. He knows that parts is going to be this much every month. It's going to be like this, like this. And that's just, there's a snow week, then it's going to go down, but then it's going to come right back up again because cars don't fix themselves. They don't heal themselves. So it's knowing where your numbers are month to month on average that helps you to know, because your fixed costs are your fixed costs. You know exactly what those are going to be. And when you know, then you can glance at your P&L sheet and know where you're headed. You can look at it and say, okay, or you could just look at your bank account. Jerry looks at his bank account almost every day. And if it's at a certain range, he's like, okay, get marketing. Let's send out an email. The bank account hit this, send out an email, get that coupon, press go on the printed. Let's make sure that this happens. So then that way there's no roller coasters because you'll
Mm.
have different systems in place. You'll have guardrails in place.
Well, the concept, of course, is you keep your thumb on the pulse of the business all the time.
Yeah.
And by looking at your bank account, you know how much money you're going through, you know how much money you're burning, what's your burn rate, what does it cost you every day to have the business alive? And then you just start focusing on, here's my guardrails, man. If I get too much over here, if I have too much cash in that account, I'm taking it out and I'm putting it in the savings where it'll at least pay me interest. And if it's too low, I need to get off. Before it gets close to this guardrail, that's when you crank everything back up.
Yeah.
It's your financial thermostat. You look at the thermostat when you walk by the hallway for the heat and the air conditioning. Check your freaking financial thermostat every day. Open up your bank accounts every day. And if you see that the trend is going downward, you take steps to change that trajectory on the spot. Too many owners wait for their accountant to send them their financial statement every month, and they look at the bottom line and they throw it in a drawer. They don't even know what the hell they're looking at. You must be able to know what's going on with your business. Here, I'm going to make it real simple for you. I would ask every day, before I learned a whole lot about business, I would say, okay, how much money do I have in the bank? How much money do I have coming in through MasterCard, Visa, that pipeline, American Express, et cetera, et cetera? How much money do I owe? And when is it due? And how much work do I have in the shop? Those are the four things that I needed to know every single day. Once I knew how much money I had, how much I had coming in, how much work was there, and what do I owe, when's it due, I made a plan every day. Every single day. Those were my numbers. Those were my numbers every single day. I didn't wait for the end of the month. I didn't wait for the accountant to tell me a damn thing. I just needed those numbers. How much do I have in the bank? How much is coming in the pipeline? And now your pipeline with MasterCard and Visa is what? 24 hours? You can get money a hell of a lot quicker. I mean, shit, it was taking us sometimes 7 days to get an American Express payment. 7 freaking days, right? So I had to really keep those numbers crunching in my head all the time to make sure my check never bounced to an employee or to a vendor. My employees I have never, ever in 45 years bounced a payroll check to an employee. Ever. Will never happen because I keep those numbers in my head all the time. Even today, I look at the accounts every single day. Do I need to? No, but what the shit, man? We're talking, this is my lifeline. This is how I keep alive. This is how I keep the company alive. Know your numbers. That's not just a saying. It's a way of life. It's success. It's how you grow. You've got to know your numbers. You've got to know every number in your company. Forward, back. You know how the banks always loaned me money whenever I needed it? When I need, most banks will only loan you money when you don't fucking need them, right? When you really need a bank, they don't even know your name. They won't even return your call. Okay. The way I got them to loan me money when I needed it is I knew my numbers. No matter what question they asked, I didn't even have to. Oh, they would be looking at my P&L. They'd ask me a question. I'd tell them, boom, 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 boom. Here it is. This is why that's that. This is what caused that. This is what's like. How do you know that? Because this is my life. I'm playing this game to win. And when you play the game to win, I want you to be really clear. That's totally different than playing not to lose. You will lose the game when you play not to lose. I play the game to win. I want to win. The question I ask, where does Jerry win? If Jerry doesn't win, Jerry doesn't play the game. I don't give a shit how cute it is. I don't care how sexy it is. I don't care how bright and shiny it is. I don't care how fucking new it is. If you cannot show me a place where I get to win, why do I need to do that? If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. I mean, we're talking business. My personal life, whole different conversation. Totally different conversation. But when it comes to business and you hire me, you pay me to be your business coach. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't fucking make sense. And you must every day know your numbers. Look, know how much is in the bank. Like, don't fucking stress out about it. Look at the numbers and go, holy shit, I only have 10,000. I got 30 grand in bills coming up. I got to get my ass moving. Or whatever your numbers are. It's all about your numbers. But when you focus on growth, when you focus on keeping shit going, keeping it alive, and like, okay, what can I do now? That $45,000 a month that I was paying to the banks just for fucking principal and interest, they didn't care where the money came from. They didn't give a shit. All they knew is it better be it better have been made by one payment was on the 8th, one payment was on the 11th, one payment was on the 17th. Like, God damn, man, when does it stop? When you're paid off. That's when you're paid off. Now, today, do I have to look at my bank accounts? No. And I do. And that's the fucking reason that I do, is because I don't have to, and I do. And I want you to look at your bank accounts every day. Know what money you listen, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about. Be careful what you spend. I was going to buy a $2,000 desk. This is very important. A $2,000 desk. And I was showing this desk to a friend of mine, and he said, what's your net profit? At the time, it was about 5%. He said, is that a $40,000 desk? The fuck are you talking about, $40,000 desk? How do you figure it's $40,000? I said, are you stupid? Look right here. It says $2,000, 1995, $1,995. Where do you get 40? And he said, you have to do $40,000 worth of repairs to buy a $2,000 desk at 5% net profit. And I went, fuck me. I will never buy that fucking desk. And I didn't. I still don't. Fuck, I carry probably, there's probably, I don't know, maybe $30,000 in my briefcase right now. 30 grand in cash. I could buy whatever the fuck I want. But I always remember it would cost me $40,000 of service to buy a $2,000 desk. And when you start looking at every purchase you make from the standpoint of what do I have to produce to be able to afford that, I will guarantee you your priorities will change. Don't just look at the money that you're spending. Look at what you must create. Look at what you must produce in order to be able to purchase that item. Does that make sense? You guys with me on that?
Yes, 100%.
That was beautiful. Daniel, I hope that you caught that, because that's a writer downer for you.
Not whether or not you can afford it today. What do you have to produce to be able to afford that? Golly, that is game changing for me.
All right, gentlemen. I know we've gone over time. It was great.
Yes, I'm so sorry. My apologies. I love you guys. I think the world of you. Listen, if you're in the sewer, call me. Pull your ass out.
Jerry.
Promise.
Jerry, that was great information. Thank you for sharing that. That was really good.
Thank you. Well, it's my life, man. I mean, this is what we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Grow and get answers to your business and investment questions that provide clarity, move you forward, and inspire you to reach your goals. Share the show and connect with us at bbmmusa.com to submit questions and learn more. That's bbmmusa.com.